Hello class 11th, I am Avnash Lambert, your business guru, and welcome to the online tutorial sessions for business studies. Today we are going to continue our first chapter, which is nature and purpose of business. Today we are going to continue our topic, which is commerce. In the previous video we had studied about the industries and how we came to know that that industry and commerce concludes the business activities. Now we had already covered the topic industries. Now it's time for commerce. So let's start. Now commerce, it refers to those activities which helps directly or indirectly in the distribution of goods to the ultimate consumer. It helps directly or indirectly to the distribution of goods. You know what is distribution of goods? To provide the consumers the products which have been produced or manufactured by the producers. So the ultimate consumer, us, who is going to consume that product. So basically, in shorter term, in shorter sentence, we can say that it provides the necessary link. It provides the necessary link between producer and consumer. So it's a link, it's a bridge between producer and consumer. So this is the commerce. If anyone asks you any time in your life, what is commerce? You have studied commerce. Tell me what is commerce? You must reply him. It's a link. It's a bridge between producer and consumer. Let's come to the next topic, which is role or functions of commerce. What is the function? Why commerce is there? What role it plays? The first role, that hindrances of persons. The problem, there is a problem of hindrance of person. Now who are these persons? These persons are the producers and consumers, right? So this hindrance occurs due to the lack of communication and contact between producer or consumer. So what is hindrance of persons? It means there is a lack of communication. And contact. One cannot talk to each other. One cannot tell about his product to his customer. So this is the problem. This is the hindrance which occurs due to the lack of communication and contact between the producer and the consumer. Now commerce. Now here is the role or function of commerce. Commerce removes this through trade. Commerce provides the trade, and trade provides an organized market where the buyers and sellers can contact each other. You all have seen the market. In that market, there are so many sellers, there are so many buyers. You will find those places filled with consumer and producers. The people who produce their products send their products to the shopkeepers, and through shopkeepers the consumers can buy those products. So trade helps them to provide an organized market. If there is no trade, suppose we need few things which are not manufactured in our country, then what we'll do? We'll just live without those products. But if trade is there, external trade or internal trade or export or import is there, then we can have those goods, then we can have those products in our lives. So trade helps in providing the organized market. Through external trade or internal trade, we get those products, and the trade provides us an organized market, right, where buyers and sellers can contact each other. They know the place that here I can find my things. Now let's come to the second role. Let's see the second role. First of all, the hindrance of place. What is hindrance of place? This hindrance occurs due to geographical separation between producers and consumers. So basically, some producers are very far from us. Suppose some producers are living in America and they are producing things. Now what? Now We cannot have those goods because we living in Uttar Pradesh, you are living in Sitapur or some other city. Now what will happen, due to that geographical area, due to that so much distance between the geographical areas between the consumer and producer, we are not going to buy that product. But here comes the commerce. Commerce removes it through transport. We get the transport. Transport comes under the commerce. It provides the link between the producer and commerce. Due to or with the help of transport, the producers and consumers are going to buy, and the producers are going to provide the consumers their products even though they are living so much far away from the consumers. This can happen in internal trade or external trade, both of the things. Don't get confused in these things. Here only the communication part is there. In the hindrance of person, there is only communication problem. But here the geographical problem arises. Is that clear? So we have completed two functions of commerce. I completed the second one. So commerce removes it through transport, and transport moves those goods from the place of production to the markets for sale. With the help of those transportation through railways, through airways, through shipments, like that, we get the products from the place of production in the market for the sale and purchase of those goods. Now let's come to the third one, which is hindrances of time. So there is a problem of time also. This hindrance occurs due to the time gap. Time gap between what? Between production and consumption of goods. Suppose there are few goods which are produced in summer season but are consumed in the winter season, or vice versa. Some goods are produced in the winter season but are consumed in the summer season. Then during that period, where we will going to keep those goods safe? If we are not having a safer place for keeping those goods up to that time, then we are not going to earn any kind of profit. There is only risk and losses here. But the storage and warehousing, you know what is storage and warehousing? Where you can keep your manufactured product safe and sound. You can have them for a full season without any selling. You can keep those goods for the whole season, and when the season arrives, you just bring out those goods and services from the storage or warehousing, and you can directly sell to the consumers. So storage and warehousing removes this hindrance of time by facilitating holding of stocks of goods to be sold as and when required. You can keep those things in the safer places as and when they are required. Suppose mangoes. Mangoes are produced in a particular season, but they are found in each season we get the mangoes. So how is it possible? Because they keep those mangoes, they keep those fruits in the storage or warehousing places. Is that clear? Now let's have the fourth one, which is hindrances of risk. Now what is this? This hindrance occurs due to the risk of loss or damage due to theft, fire, accidents, etc. I already told you there is a risk of losses and damage due to natural things, due to theft, fire, accident. All these things, all these stuff leads to the risk of loss or damage. Now protection against these risks is provided by the insurance of goods. Now we cannot live forever in the fear of losses or damages. So for that, we contact to the insurance companies and shift our risk to them. It is as simple as that. Which is our risk, we can shift our risk to them. So the insurance company, if by the insurance of goods, we can have the risk, hindrance of risk shifted to someone else. That is the insurance company. So the commerce, again, the commerce provides insurance. Under insurance, these things happens. Insurance is the necessary link between producer and consumer. If insurance wasn't there, then producers won't be producing that much amount of products just because they are scared, just because they are afraid of risk or damages. Now let's come to the fifth one, which is hindrance of finance. What is finance? Finance means availability of money, availability of capital, availability of funds. So it occurs due to the requirement of capital. It's basically the requirement of capital for the above activities. For insurance you need capital, for storage and warehousing you need capital, for transportation you need capital, for communication you need capital, for all the things you need some money, you need some capital. So our commerce removes this problem by banking and financing institutions. We have got banks. Those banks provides us enough money. They provide us credit. What is credit? Loans. They gives us loans so that the producers can have the better finance and they can provide better facilities, they can provide better production, they can produce better goods for the consumers, and so that they can prosper. Now let's come to the next point. Students, let's come to the last objective of commerce, which is hindrance and information. Now this occurs due to the lack of product awareness and on the part of consumers. Suppose I am producing something. Suppose I have produced one soap. Then I want each and every person on this planet to know about my soap so that they can buy it. But if the consumers are not knowing about my product or my soap, then how can I sell those soaps to the people? Nobody is going to have my product. So it's very important for every producer that their consumers must know about their product available in the marketing. So advertising. Here comes advertising. Advertising helps, or it makes it possible for the producers and traders to inform consumers about their goods and services which are available in the market. So advertising is also a part of commerce, and this advertisement makes it possible. It allows, it provides the producers and traders to inform their consumers about their goods and services that they are available in the market. So let's conclude this by hence commerce is said to consist of activities of removing the hindrances of persons, place, time, risk, finance and information. So we can say that commerce is said to consist of activities removing the hindrances of persons, people, time, risk, finance and information in the process of exchange of goods and services. Thus we can say that all these hindrances of person, hindrances of place, hindrances of time, hindrances of risk, hindrances of finance and hindrances of information. So basically commerce is the activity which consists of removing these hindrances. Removing all 6 of these hindrances, this is commerce when it is done in the process of exchange of goods and services. I hope I am very clear on this point. So role and function of commerce is completed now. Now let's come to the next topic.